Yo, welcome back to the rant. I was gonna say the Honor Project. It's not the Honor Project anymore. Welcome back to Slice of Life, Grandpa's Slice of Life. SOL, RL, mishmash together to create this authentic VR paradox. And today's episode, we're going to cover more food again, but there's always more events, right? It's all about events. And right here is something like a positive interaction with the cashier downtown, frequent over the weekends. But there's actually a lot of garbage. So the main highlight will be actually rushing to get through all this stuff that we have to toss away. There's only going to be one thing we're keeping from all this entire video. It's going to be this bag. So first of all, as usual, the main topic is food and stuff like that. So let's get to the questions as usual inside the comments on YouTube, Discord, and Reddit page. They should be posted right below. And standard ones are, first of all, what's the main highlight of your day? Something positive you want to share. Don't give too many details. Secondly, anything you want to vent that's negative, they want to get off your chest, make it feel a little better. No bad news is good news, however. Third one, was your day more like a busy day or active day, or was it more a day of rest, and so on and so forth. And the last one is if there is something that is relevant to the topic of this video that you want to share, for example, food and packaging and some sort of eventful transpiration that happened throughout your day. Feel free to chime in on that, and you can also swap all of those questions for just like a meme or joke, something to lighten up the atmosphere. So that being said, again, SOL, slice of life, in real life, together. On the right hand side, we have these domains of life: finance, health, relationships, and so on. So housing, that's all very important. And then I have the left hand side, you have all this like creative, fun stuff like entertainment, self-improvement, artificial intelligence, and la-di-da. All right, stoicism. So we put that together and we get these kind of daily shares, check-ins for you and me. I'm sharing my stuff, you're sharing your stuff, checking in on each other. And that's how it goes. All right, get right to it. Got a lot of stuff to throw away. And ideally, I didn't want to make this video today. I actually wanted to get some other stuff done. It was like this stuff at back, which I can't actually transfer yet because I haven't made a video about it. Needless to say, the next one is going to cover most likely all the gear. We're going to talk about the rollerblading equipment, all the sports, athletics kind of stuff. And we're going to toss that into the cart and move it up. So with that being said, let's just cover the first things that we showed at the very beginning. We're not going to beat around the bush for this. So this is going to be the main highlight, even though there's nothing inside. This paper bag I received from CircleK. If you don't know that, it's like standard CircleK is like a gas station convenience. You can get some food in there. It's like some, I don't know, some corn dogs and some soft drinks or whatever. And usually that's also where you pay for the gas. Yeah, but they also have some really nice hot food nowadays that I didn't know that I've been exploring, I guess, since last year. And every time I go downtown there to do some co-working outdoors, that's where I go. I head there and then I start, picking up some snacks there before I go to work. And in this case, the cashier who, they tend to rotate. I don't actually see the turnaround's pretty high because it's just a job that's temporary. But seems to be a population of, like, I believe it's Telugu is the language of a certain region in India, and there's a lot of migrants coming in from India. So there's like a large growing demographic of Indians yet again, but from a different township than what I'm used to. Before, when I grew up, it was Punjabi and Urdu and Hindi, but now it's like Telugu and something else too. So anyways, that's relevant because that's who the cashier is. He shows up, he's very friendly, very warm, and I've seen him for 3 weekends in a row. Not back to back, and we strike it out conversation because this time he doesn't just ask how you're doing and crack a joke. This time he asks a bit of a serious question. He's asking, what do you do for your job? Because the way I look, it's like a security guard. It's like, you security and stuff like that. So anyways, we had a bit of conversation, a little back and forth, and I told him about first aid, and that's what I used to do. I don't do anymore, but I said, it's hard to describe what I'm doing, so I just threw it out there. It's like first aid, emergency kits. So along the way, I also bought a bag from there because I was carrying way too much, and that's how the conversation actually was struck up, because I just didn't have enough bags to carry everything. And so for 35 cents, we got this bag from CircleK. But again, the most important thing is the memories. And I know that I purchased some like hot food, like corn dogs and stuff like that. I think like pogo or whatnot. But overall, it was just being able to connect with this dude from probably a student coming in internationally, all the way across half the world. And, you know, just getting to know what kind of work I was doing. And I probably should have asked in return. I kind of bolted out because I had some pretty negative experiences once in a while. But I do, if I see him again, I want to ask him what he's studying and what he tends to do for his career. So it's just the connections you tend to make. Really nice. So put on this side, the other box you saw, this is from Loblaws. And if I'm going fast, it's because I have a lot of stuff to cover. So Loblaws, bar samosa and 6-pack, 650 grams. This one's for $7.29. And everything in here should be thrown away. But basically there's 6 samosas. So this is one of those end of day sales. And typically speaking, I would say, you know, I don't recommend you eat all the samosas in one setting, which is basically what I did. Almost I ate like 4.5 and then came back and ate the rest. So all in within the span of like 3 hours. But what really surprised me is the container. This cartridge almost looks like you could reuse it because you can undo the flap here. You can pull it down. And yeah, it looks like one of those like Timbit. If you know what a Timbit is, if you know, you know. But it's like you know, one of these like great packages they can open. Kind of gave it away. If you want me to see Timbit, you already know which country I'm from. Alright, next. We have a lot of garbage. Let's go to the drink. We have this aloe vera TNT drink. This one is a memory with a buddy of mine. We went out and you know, there was a bit of a spat because between me and him, I don't honestly right now want to spend that much time eating out with him because I'm busy. And for the most part, he's very clingy right now because so we're at the opposite ends of the spectrum. But somehow we made it work. And during that time, we had this like Chinese meal, some hot food section food to make up for that kind of spat. We kind of, you know, just kind of made up, like, you know, it's cool. Just understand that I don't really value coming here and spending money and blowing money on entertainment, especially during a critical time right now. And then for him, it's like, you know, I should be more mindful. Of course, on my end, I should be more mindful of the fact that he does value that kind of human to human interaction during a time where he's going through something like a very severe kind of breakup kind of thing with his girl or his woman. So that's that, and his partner, should I say. So that's this aloe vera drink. We had some hot food. It was like you know, it's like a Malay laksa kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it for you, but it's like an egg noodle soup. So it was a mixture. They used raw noodles, but then they put some Chinese food mixed in with some Malaysian sort of spices. It's pretty good. Then we have this over here. This is just a bottle to recycle, so it's like fruit to go. Again, what's this stuff here? All of these are recyclables. They're all meant to go into the bin, and it's perfect timing right now to get rid of it all. Speaking of which, this bag I will keep because in the meantime, by the way, it's very easy to tear because it is made of paper. You have to be careful, so it's not a good bag because this is very easy. This has given me a paper cut before. One of the previous bags that was the same type. So, like a really deep cut because it's very sharp. It's like cardboard. So, you can just imagine the image of, you don't want to imagine it, but the image of running cardboard between your fingers. Right, dude. Yeah, but anyways, this is the bag, and I actually brought some clothes in here that I washed at the laundry machine at the new place. So that was actually very useful, and I think I'm going to keep on using this.
There's a cold drink in your hand.
That's the only thing I want to keep, though. And if I turn the camera down, I want to show you all the mess of food we have down here. All that crap. Okay, you can barely see it because it's on the corner, but I'm going to try and pick it all up. And yeah, I'm going to try without further ado. Okay. So inside this Breton crackers. So now we're covering more like groceries. Grocery items. So Breton veggie bites. These are just like vegetable crackers. I didn't have anything else that I wanted to eat at the time. I just said I had to eat something. Didn't eat anything the whole day. I was just working the entire day. So 200 grams. And this is pretty bad. It has 240 milligrams of sodium per 30 grams, horrific. But it does have a high amount of fiber, so 2 grams per 30 grams, that's an insane amount of fiber. And then inside, and it's only for like $2 from the dollar store. The meal that I had with my buddy was like $17. And then up here we have inside some, I don't know, what is this inside here? I was trying some new food from the dollar store. We have this dried mangoes for $1.50, 120 grams, fairly cheap for the most part. Because if you buy it from like Walmart, it costs like $5.60. So that's like 3 times the price. Obviously 3 times the size almost, but this is a better deal. And then inside here we have the actual plastic wrapped crackers with disposable chopsticks. We have some receipts in here. Again, recyclable. We're gonna tear it up right in front of us right here. Let's see what else we purchased. This is the receipt that, in this case, it was my buddy. He was repaying me, and he bought the Chinese food. And so there's some bananas. There's a drink, by the way. The most important thing about this aloe drink is it's 50% less sugar. So the aloe vera drinks tend to be very high in sugar, but this one's only 16 grams for 250 mils, so that's a lot better. Tear this up. I bought some bananas as well. And then I can see here there's also I bought some Gatorade drink, which is what you saw here. So this is also recyclable, obviously. Healthy, real hydration, tropical mango, just a different flavor. Now everything in here is mostly garbage. So I'm gonna take that out and separate it, because what's garbage should not be put with the recyclables. Okay. So I'm gonna tear the receipt. Get rid of the receipt. Inside here, recyclables go inside. So box within a box. And what's in another box? So this is all recyclable. And then for the garbage, I can put it all inside this mango plastic thing it's resealable, but for the most part, it's also garbage because we're not going to use this again, obviously. Okay. Trash. Just like that, very easy. What else do we have? And this has been accumulating for about a week because there's just so much to do. I didn't even come back to this place. We're almost Alright, so more grocery stuff from Dollarama. This is gonna be a long ass video, I can tell. We have some smoked almonds, something else I was trying new that was healthy. You know, dried fruit, like dried mangoes, but also this one's really good. The smoked almonds, they taste great, and they have, you know, good protein, good fiber, good fats, polyunsaturated fats. 75 grams for $1.50. You can't really lose out on that. No, it doesn't get much better than that. And again, pop it in here. There's no garbage. Oh, you also see some Q-tips, or you want to call them ear swabs, because I was away for almost full week, full-blown week. Man, I didn't take a shower for a full week actually. That's how busy I was. That's all, you know, ear swabs. All right, next. We also have Burger King, and this is a really old garbage as well. We got some Lawlaw's receipt, bananas, meal replacement, samosas, sparkling grape. That's just like sparkling water, so carbonated water. Inside we have what looks to be, this is a lot of garbage. So this is another meal with my buddy, and this is when he invited me over to have at his transit, at his workplace, chicken shawarma sandwich and a chicken, wait, that's just the same thing in French. I bought 2 of them for $14, and we had a meal there. So that was the first time I had a meal inside a transit station, the headquarters HQ. And inside we have all that garbage there, including a wrap that he purchased. So it's like this is all Mediterranean food. So I didn't know that there was a grocery store called Adonis, but the more you know. That's a really badass name. Tear the receipt. And on the inside of here, we also have more garbage and receipts from Burger King and Dollarama. Seems like this is chocolate almonds, so it's not the smoked almonds, but chocolate almonds. And then we have from Burger King, seems to be I bought some apple turnovers, some apple pies, and ranch chicken wrap. I was testing that out with a drink of strawberry, summer deals. So inside here we have also the apple pie, cartridge, as well as some more grocery items, the chocolate almonds. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just tear up the receipts again, just like that. Toss it inside. And this cartridge is recyclable, so flatten this, stick it inside the burger. And the rest here is all garbage, right? Yeah. So since it's all garbage, what we can do is stick the Burger King out. The Adonis bag is larger. And then we can put mango with trash inside. Bags within bags within bags. And this is all garbage. How good?
At Toyota, we build quality vehicles with you in mind.
That's because we're working so fast.
Constantly running errands.
Usually
Out of nowhere, a pile of
but you can tell there's a full week's worth of garbage, and I'm not splitting this video in two. We're gonna do it all at once. We're gonna do it all at once. Alright, next. You got this is just like yesterday's Wendy's actually. So on the inside here we have this Wendy's cup. It was all new food I never tried this before. So it's like a chocolate cappuccino. Not good for me at all. I was literally just I was short of time. I don't know what to say. I was getting back and forth between contractors to renovate the hardwood floors, and then recognizing that, oh, that most likely can't happen because of some technical difficulties, regulation wise, but also because the type of flooring is this 1980s hardwood teak wood parquet design, long story short, layered with varnish. So it's very difficult to sand down without creating a whole bunch of noise. And since I'm in community housing, it's not a good idea to do that. So it's also dangerous because it's like a small studio, and then, well, relatively small for the equipment, the sanding equipment that they would need to sand down the hardwood floor and the varnish. So unfortunately, I had to, send a bunch of emails back and forth between the contractors, between the landlord, between the coordinator, between the operating staff, as well as the caseworker. Then that affected the funding, and the payments and all here and there. So a bunch of administrative stuff, financial stuff, a bunch of home hardware renovation stuff. It's just crazy. Next, but that's the drink right there, right? We actually bought some food. So yesterday we had, again, I just came back and I didn't eat anything the entire day, so I just like, whatever, get my meat. And it was a Wendy's that I really like. It's a good intersection where there's not too many people because it's very convenient to go there in person unless you drive. And so at that time it was like late evening, and it was fairly quiet. There's only like 3 customers inside, and nice little cashier. Just said, they're a little nervous whenever they see me because of all this garb I'm wearing. But anyways, I'd say, how they doing? Great. And then they pass on the receipt and so on and so forth. And at the very end, what ends up happening is like, I'm here for takeout. There's something positive. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was a good experience. And I just said, take care, have a great night. And she's like, yeah, same thing. And so we have inside here, we have I added extra lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions. I was using the self-checkout machine. That was the first time I was able to I actually tried customizing burgers and added a whole bunch of veggies. So that's that. Toss this away as well. And obviously this is all garbage. Looking for ways to simplify the amount of garbage scary. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the Samosa box, and it is going to go to recycling bin. So open it just like that. There are crumbs on the inside. We're just gonna ignore that. Potato crumbs, dry potatoes. I'm gonna stick this box inside the Breton crackers. And that's it. So this is all the sluggables. I'm just gonna take it all the back. Be careful because there are crumbs on this side. Okay. I have to be careful. Down, side. I think at the very end of this video, I'm gonna pick them up and then you can see everything. And so there's only 2 more things left to cover. Here's the napkin with a toothpick. It's significant. It's small but significant because it's a class 2 item, meaning it is an item of insecurity. This comes from the blood here, but it was a meal, and it wasn't a meal. It was some food, just like hot dog sausages with cucumbers, and it's a class 2 item. So I feel kind of bad, and then I have to appreciate that, and I do. And it's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here, which reminds of a very recent conversation. Put this aside, garbage well. Bang. And there's also black pepper, by the way, that we used yesterday from Wendy's because it helps with the absorption of nutrients. If you can't tell, I've gotten so good at this, I don't really care anymore. That's usually the whole point of all this. It's to desensitize. Become so good at something that it no longer matters. You just stop caring. Okay. So here's actually what we bought today. And the only thing that I want to show you from today, because we did buy some earlier today, some like glacette, chocolate peanuts and stuff like that, and some bananas, 2 bananas, and a muffin, and a Portuguese egg tart. And so that's our breakfast. Lots of fiber, a bit too much sugar, but lots of fiber. From Longo's Italian grocery supermarket. This is from Wendy's. This is because we didn't eat anything since breakfast. And so once again, we had to rely on a different Wendy's, so this time a different location. And there's one closer to this location that I'm living at that I'm here with right now. Where's the setup is. And that I'm moving out of. So we have inside like a burger. We also have a Caesar salad with a dressing, and there's also something else. I think nachos. Anyways, there's a fork and it's wrapped up. I'm gonna put this down here to the side of the table because it's actually not finished, right? So I'm going to be eating that as I kind of upload the draft of this video. And for the record, video podcast, I just want to leave a quick update for those of you tuning in. If you haven't noticed, most likely by now, since I have not been uploading as frequently due to the hectic amount of sheer other stuff to take care of, right? The podcast has fallen as a pretty low priority compared to all these other basic necessities. And so as a result, as I do tend to upload these podcasts onto the platforms so that I can work on them for the weekend. I haven't been able to work on them over the weekend. What you're getting right now is essentially most likely just some very makeshift titles that I haven't edited, haven't corrected. I just threw something in that would fit within the 100 character limit on YouTube. And when it comes to Spotify, most likely they're not even being uploaded there. The only reason why there's still continuously more uploads is because I was at one point, I don't know, 1 to 2 months ahead, 1.5 months to 2 months ahead in the uploads. So when it comes to Spotify, apologize. You know, it's like very soon there might not be any podcast episodes for at least a couple weeks. If I don't catch up, if I do catch up, then it'll just be smooth sailing all the way. And then when it comes to the YouTube upload podcasts, these ones here are not necessarily going to stop. They will stop for the Spotify ones. Once again, if we don't make it by deadline, but you can see the impact already in terms of the way I've titled things. I might just be throwing out some random keywords there and there, here and there, and you know, maybe sometimes the thumbnails will make sense, whatever. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, last thing. And for record, Wendy's beer cost like I don't know, $9.30 for today's purchase. More expensive than yesterday's purchase, which was about $7.30. So it was a real bang for the buck. Yesterday, I got 3 items yesterday for $7.30 and had extra lettuce and vegetables and tomatoes and stuff like that. And today I bought something for $9.30 and it was less healthy. I didn't get a drink, and I also on top of that didn't add extra vegetables. So you know, it's just different franchises of the same store, which is Wendy's. Last item. Chuck this away again. Just throw it against the wall. We got this TNT brand bamboo chopsticks, 450. I mean, not 450. 48 pairs, and this is not purchased. This is something that if I were to turn the camera around, is like on the tabletop behind. You can't see it. It doesn't matter, man. And I'm going to take this from the tabletop and I'm going to move this over to the new residence because I actually eat stuff there now. Last weekend I actually bought like a commemorative something happened. I don't know what it was. I think maybe it's because I got employment counseling or maybe something else happened. But I bought like a tub. Oh, it's my buddy's birthday. My buddy's birthday, and then I couldn't get ice cream. I couldn't get a cake for him because too late. I was going back too late from work, and then I just bought a tub of ice cream instead. And then he didn't want it, so I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll eat it myself." So chopsticks, and I know it sounds weird, eating chopsticks. I mean, yeah, eating chopsticks with ice cream, eating ice cream with chopsticks. I'm Asian as fuck. All right, that's it. That's everything. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pause the video, or maybe we won't pause it. Doesn't matter. We have. Oh, I missed some things here. There's also some utensils that came from the. What is this? From the TNT. Like I said, when I was eating with my buddy for that Malaysian food stuff. There's like 2 forks here. I'm gonna stick this inside. These are useful. I'm gonna stick them inside. This bag here, which I usually use for. Eating outdoors and stuff like that. I'm gonna take one spare and leave it on the backdrop. So let's just show everything that we're gonna move away. This stuff here, right? Chopsticks in the bag. The bag for the clothing we'll probably use for when we're taking away the dirty laundry just to wash it away. Then leaving it back. And then no, this won't be used for dirty laundry. Only for clean laundry. Okay. I had to separate that to make sure don't contaminate. And then the chopsticks there, so it keeps. And then we have all this stuff here for recycling. This is the box in the box, Breton crackers and everything else, and samosas and everything. And then we have all in the drinks. And then we have on this side here all this garbage on the side. So this is all trash and litter waste, and this is all here is recyclables. And we're gonna get rid of all this crap once and for all tonight. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. And again, I didn't want to do more garbage. Garbage. But we'll keep this here in case. Oh, one more thing. I made a mistake. When I said I was going to throw out garbage, this is actually not garbage too. This plastic bag inside has garbage, I believe. Yeah, because it's got soap on the inside and it contaminated a bunch of the plastic wrap and masks. So this is all garbage, so I can toss this entire bag in here. And it's all trash. Okay. So I'm just going to tie this up, and then we're going to toss it out, and that's it. It's garbage as well. And hopefully the only thing that's left for garbage will be this bag, which will be used. Okay, so thanks very much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. And here's the animation for what it is. Good news too, by the way. I got like an offer. Oh, it's so good. There's so many things happening, man. I got another offer. It's a great offer. Feel good. Anyways, that being said, thanks for tuning in. Again, this is lessons for, not lessons, check-ins. You can take it as lessons you want. See how hectic life can be. Maybe you can glean some little tips and tricks here or there, but mostly it's just sharing for orphans without a role model or a place to call home. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out. And yes, you are speaking to someone who should have been with Child Protective Services, I realize now. But that's a story for another day. And it's really changed my outlook and perception of myself. See you guys. Peace out.